welcome back to my channel. I've got a very bad cold, but I thought I must report this one. British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell has been convicted today of helping American Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse teenage girls. These girls were as young as 14 years old, and the abuse happened between 1994 and 2004. Maxwell is a longtime associate of the sexual offender or sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, and she was convicted on 5 of 6 counts related to the alleged sexual abuse and trafficking of these underage girls. See my previous video where I talk about one of the girls saying that Maxwell just watched like a sick woman as Jeffrey abused her. The verdict was announced today, and it capped what was a month-long trial. I think I said in my previous video that the trial might last for 6 weeks. So it was a month long, and it featured accounts of the sexual exploitations of girls as young as 14. Some people have refused to follow this case because it's been so sensitive. So the trial was in New York, even though Maxwell is British. A U.S. jury came out with a verdict of guilty, and they practically are saying that she helped Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse these girls. Maxwell turned 60 on Christmas behind bars. She pleaded not guilty to 6 federal charges stemming from the accusations made by 4 different women who say that Jeffrey abused them with her help between 1994 and 2004, like I said. Epstein was actually once Maxwell's boyfriend, and they were long-time business associates. If you look at the pictures, they were practically 5 and 6. They were not together. Well, he died by suicide. He killed himself in a Manhattan jail while awaiting his own sex abuse trial in 2019. So obviously he never gave evidence. Maxwell could be sentenced to up to 70 years in prison for the 6 counts that she faced in this particular trial. But she also faces 2 perjury counts that will be tried separately. So perjury is when you lie to the court. We never went into the courtroom. We only know what the media has reported, those who were allowed into the courtroom. But throughout the weeks, long trial, prosecutors sought to highlight how Maxwell was Epstein's partner in crime. If you haven't seen that story of Adam and Eve or whatever her own lawyer was trying to paint, you should read what her lawyer was saying, giving the impression that women are now blamed when men do stuff and all of that. Well, it was held in court that Ghislaine Maxwell made her own choices. She committed crimes hand in hand with Jeffrey Epstein. She was a grown woman who knew exactly what she was doing. And this is what Assistant U.S. Attorney Alison Moore said during closing arguments. Maxwell's attorneys argued that she was being used as a scapegoat for Jeffrey, and they tried to discredit the accounts of her 4 accusers. Well, if you do not know, Epstein has been linked to Prince Andrew, and there has been something in the news recently, either today or this week, about a particular woman wanting to sue him for rape, and she doesn't live in the States and stuff, but I don't want to say until I'm very sure about what has happened there. But it was said in court that Epstein's death left a gaping hole in the pursuit of justice for many of these women. Maxwell's defense lawyer, Bobby, said she's filling that hole and filling that empty chair. Well, a lot of people are happy that this has come to an end, because most people thought that the fact that Jeffrey was dead meant that, this case would never get to an end. There will never be a conviction or sentencing or anything. But even with Epstein dead, he thought maybe when he killed himself that all his sins went with him. But this is justice for a lot of people, and a lot of people who have gone through issues like this, being raped or any issues with pedophiles or stuff like that, will find some kind of comfort, hopefully, in a judgment like this. Let me know what you are thinking. It's quite sad that people who have money would just treat people anyhow. Because if you look at the previous video that I put up, one of the young girls was like, you know, she saw this flashy life and she wanted a part of it. Not in a bad way. I mean, she was how old? 14. That's underaged. You would think, oh, these people are making good money. Oh, there's so much to learn from them. And you have no clue that they are that bad. I would say, parents, look out for your children, and children, listen to your parents. But well, it goes without saying that sometimes this just never happens. Let's protect our own, and let me know what you're thinking. See you in another video. Bye for now.